don't panic. Float, wave, and shout until help can arrive. And if you're a good swimmer, don't fight the rip current. Swim parallel to the beach to break free of the current's hold. Live like a local, love the beach, respect the ocean.
Your home for the Auburn Tigers and the Iron Paw. WGSX Lynn Haven, Field, Newport St. John. ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I'm just listening. Holiday season is here.
Oh, man, don't start on.
Celebrity Hot Tub with James Brown. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at Doc's glasses.
Wow, you look good. Speaking of looking good in that hot tub this morning, Dr. Chad Mitchell's with us this morning. Hey, Chad.
Morning, Coach.
You look good.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You look happy. You just look. Are you off all week, or y'all? What's going on?
No.
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I'm off Thursday, Friday, and the weekend.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think you should go. I don't know. Just me.
You think I should take the whole week off?
Bader's school's out the whole week.
Trust me, do I know.
Anyway, Chad's with us. Wildcat. How you doing, Wildcat?
Without.
Kentucky, never again. Don't ever bring them up.
Oh, man.
I got killed this week.
You just did.
I got killed this week.
By a team called the Gamecocks.
I got killed in high school. I got killed in college.
Who picked Auburn?
I did. Good. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Oh,
Good Lord,
we
man.
got too much to talk about on that one.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
that was ugly.
Oh, it was.
The ugliest, shocking. But I'm going to say this. That team was better than I thought. Andy Burcham told us on Tuesday they were better.
It's an Appalachian State type team.
Yeah.
You play them.
Did you watch the game?
I did not, but I watched some of the highlights.
They had some good-looking boys.
Yes, they do. They have good players.
I think
Auburn still should have beat them.
Auburn, I think, worked on Alabama all week last week. I
think that's what
this game could this help Auburn? That's the key. You don't know. This might be a blessing in the sky. It doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Even when you think the last minute is something, some people are leaving you. They're tired of you. You think you're devastated. Might be the best thing ever happened to you.
Well, I'm glad they didn't leave in the last minute of the Bozeman game.
I like the way he thinks the glass is half full.
Yeah, only here.
I'm glad they didn't leave the last minute of the Bozeman game.
Wait a minute. We got a phone caller? Let's take this phone call. We're going to get in this high school football. Chad was at the game. I waved. He turned his nose up. Good morning.
Morning.
Who is this?
It's Travis.
Well, you calling early today.
He's going to get it over with.
Oh, yeah. He's already predicted that Florida both quarterbacks are out. Both quarterbacks going into this huge football game are out. But I will say this, Travis. I was happily surprised how hard the Gators played. They played with heart.
And Brown looked pretty good other than that fumble that went on, that I think probably cost him the game.
Yeah.
Brown looked good.
All right, Travis, what do you got for us?
I think Brown has to get some first team reps with the first team. Some first team reps to get used to it. I think that was one of the fumble was the problem that would be solved by that. But remember, Max Brown has not started at all.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't even hardly played any snaps unless it's garbage time or something like that. Maybe a couple here and there because Mertz had to come out.
Right.
But I will tell you what, I'm not the guy that thought that Mertz was going to be what he is. And I put it on Facebook the other day that my top 3 QBs since the Tebow era would be Tebow, Trask, and then Mertz. Honestly.
Yeah.
I would say Will Greer but he was, he left half the season because he got into some trouble. But he has been a solution to a bad team.
Yeah. Didn't you feel like your heart was ripped out after that game?
It did.
You think you're going to win the game. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Mark McLeod, I love him. He knows what he's talking about. He's really high on the defense coordinator. I haven't been. And they go the length of the field and get a field goal and win the game. Yeah.
I was even on the phone. My wife was on her way home, and she had called me, and I said, "You don't have to hang on. If you hear me scream, you just might want to bring the phone away from me. It's 4th and 17, and it's almost over."
Yeah.
And then
you watch it?
She heard me be completely silent.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't believe it.
Well, they did that. It was twice on that drive. They made cuts, those plays, and kept.
I mean, Florida's defense was keeping them in the game. Cook is a great quarterback, though. I mean, if you've watched him all year, I mean, he's got the ability to make that kind of stuff happen. Florida gave it their best shot, and they had that chance, like you said, on 4th. To shut it down, and it
you
just
let a
didn't
team
happen.
go that down the field, in that situation,
and with their kicker who can kick 61-yard field goals,
33 to 31.
That also, and I've saw this roaming around Facebook too. There's a lot of screenshots of a lot of holds that were missed on that went Missouri's way.
You can do that. You can do that on every game, though. I mean, that's
yeah. But like on that play, and I'm not talking about like holds like you don't hardly see. Like on that play, somebody had backed it up, looked at the screenshotted it as he was about to throw the ball. This Missouri guy had the Florida defender by his neck practically. And it was like, how do you miss a call like that? That was the 4th and 17 call. I'm not saying that it should have been defended anyway. I mean, nobody should get 17 yards on a 4th down in crunch time. I mean, that just don't happen. Right.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, bro. I tell you, they played hard. I will say this: they really played hard. You got to give. They could have folded against tents and went home, but they didn't. They played really hard. They just came up short. And again, I'm not a big fan of their defense coordinator. He's a Southern Mississippi guy too. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, I think I jinxed the whole win next week because I said when Jordan Travis got hurt, I was watching it. I had to back up we were sitting there watching it, and when it showed a closer up view of him, I had to back that up. I was like, there is no way I just saw his foot the way I did.
Yeah, that was sickening. It was sickening.
That was nasty.
Yeah, but I hate that for him. God almighty.
I do too. My brother called me, and he's a Florida State fan, and I said, I hope that don't. All that. I was like, but there is one good thing for me out of all this. He said, what? I said, we're probably going to win now. And I was like, not the way I wanted to, because I wanted Florida to face Travis.
And then look what happened to you.
Yeah, and then an hour and a half later, Graham Mertz pulls a Tebow and breaks his collarbone.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a hit, man. All three of them hit like that. All three of them got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And he powered through it. That was a highlight play, even though he got hurt.
Yeah, he didn't know he was even hurt to the next play. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, I know. It was on his non-throwing shoulder. But like I said, and I think this goes for both teams, the backups came out and really did good.
Yeah.
As far as, nobody was like I said, my brother and my other brother, he called him after the injury too. And he said, oh, man, we're done. He said, we don't have a good backup quarterback. He said, no. He came out and beat North Alabama 52-13.
Yeah, 14. Well, I can't remember. I got it written down somewhere. Chad was the final score of FSU game. 58-10, 58-14, 58-14. I think it was 14.
The specifics because
it was 14-0 at one time, and then it just.
Whatever their score was, if you took the I saw it on Facebook.
58-13.
58-13.
Yeah.
Because I saw it on there. If you add 58, 5 plus 8 is 13 for what's his name? That's Jordan Travis.
All right, Florida State, Gainesville, 6 or 6:30. I think it's 6:30. No, I think it's 6. ESPN. Can't wait. This weekend rivalry weekend, cannot wait. 11 o'clock, everybody in the world will be watching Ohio State, Michigan. 2:30, the Iron Bowl, and then that night, Florida State. That's the three I'm gonna focus on. Those three games right there. Of course, there's a lot more.
Are y'all gonna still call me crazy for saying Florida's gonna win this weekend?
It's up in the air. I think it's it's any team's chance here, just because of the quarterback situation. That's what I would put it.
I still think Florida State's got a better team.
I think they do too, but we'll see how that plays out.
But you never know. Rivalry weekends, you never know what's going to happen. The game is in Gainesville. If it's who knows what's going to happen.
I don't think that backup's ready for Gainesville. I don't think he's ready for the squad.
Yeah, but all those other players around him are ready. Those running backs, those receivers. The Florida State's pretty dang good now. They don't get enough credit.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, but I still just.
But I will say this. The Gators have been tested now. They played a tough schedule. They played one of the toughest schedules in all of college football. So if anything can happen, it can happen in that game. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, next year is going to be even worse.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's going to be like that way for everybody next year. Even Georgia's got a really tough schedule next year. I saw theirs.
I mean, I know with us, the only one that looked like an easy win was Sanford.
Hey, listen, Charles told me to take a break. We got another caller? We got another caller. All right, buddy. Hey, we'll talk to you tomorrow or later today, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. Go Gators. Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Man, what you talking about high school football? We'll get into that in a little bit when we get back. But, man, that Chad was at the game. Bozeman, Northview, unbelievable. I don't think anybody's seen that before. 37-31, Bozeman pulls it out. They stopped them, got the ball back with 15 seconds. They throw a little fade route. Yeah. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Place goes completely nuts.
No, it was amazing. You had to be there to see it.
They have now won 11 straight ball games. You know the last time that's happened in Bay County?
It's been a long time.
I think
it was you.
With Johnny Gray and him, I think. Yeah. A long time ago. But great job by Bozeman getting it done over Northview. Northview had some good-looking players, like always.
They did. They were gassed at the end.
I tell you, we got to take a break right now. I got time. Okay, let's take this break. We come back and we'll get these high school scores down and take this phone call. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We all know that the legendary place is J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. The best seafood, the coldest beer. Go have a great. We had a great time yesterday at lunch. Phil Cobb was down there with me. Also, don't forget about Chuck Tucker, South Oak, Tottenham Closing, Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. That's a given. They are #1 everything they do. Give them a call anytime, day or night, vacation. That doesn't matter. If yours breaks down, it's going to be cold this coming up week. I think Thursday's supposed to be cold, right? Thursday and Friday?
Yeah, after it rains for a while. It's cold in the mornings now. Of course, you don't get up till the sun comes up.
El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill keeps me warm every time. Get out and have a great time. The weekend specials are going right now. The winter weekend specials. Don't forget, Saturdays and Sundays all day long. $5 pitchers. Miller Lite, Bud Light, Michelob Ultra Light, you name it. $20 bucket of beer, $25 for imports. Get out there and have a great time. We'll be right back. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Andy Staples joins the show. Let's get to Texas A&M. Is there any way to frame what this coaching search is going to be?
It's not one where they fired Jimbo with an idea of, we want this guy. This is the person we're going after. This isn't working. We're going to conduct a full-on coaching search and see what happens.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly clear skies and a high of 75 with a moderate breeze out of the southeast around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning, but otherwise moderate rain and a temperature near 76. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hello, this is Rick Wasser with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore Portable Building Dealer, Panama City.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
College football isn't life and death. It's much more important than that. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get out, baby. I know the feeling. I've been there.
Start crying.
Too much, baby.
Get him a Kleenex, Doc.
Are you caught in a trap? Can you get out?
Why can't you see?
What you doing to me?
I'm gonna put everybody out of this misery.
Is that not a great song? I love Elvis.
Oh yeah,
I love it. All right, we got a caller.
We got a caller, and you can be a part of the show. Call 215-6290. That's all you got to do. I'll put you on hold.
I'm tired today. I'm not bringing energy. I know. I don't know what it is. All right, but we got this call. I know what it is. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me pep you up there, big boy. Happy Iron Bowl week to all you Packers.
Woo, baby. I'm worried about it. I think Auburn set us up. They did it on purpose. I think they set a trap.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, they're fast. They're very fast.
They are
fast. That's what surprised Arkansas. Arkansas sent their fastest, bestest guys to the outside, and they're looking at a team picture of the Auburn defense.
Yeah, Auburn is fast. I'll tell you what, New Mexico State was better than I thought. And Andy Burcham told me that. You know, I'm used to them being not very good, but they have played in the years past. A lot of SEC teams got all that big money. Paid off for them. They got some good-looking kids.
Yeah. UT Chattanooga, how about them?
That was ugly.
No, they call them Chattanooga now.
Yeah, that was bad.
You know, I think the future of big-time college football is that those games go away.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I just feel like they need to. It's like let them stand on their own or get there. I mean, Chattanooga is governed by the same board of trustees as UT Knoxville, and UT Martin,
right,
and UT Medical Center, and they don't have a lot to take care of. The Board of Regents in Tennessee's got a whole lot. They got all those schools that like Austin Peay and Tech and all that. Anyway, they want to bore you about Tennessee school politics. Hey, how do you say Immokalee? Is that how you say Immokalee?
That sounds good to me. I think you're right.
Okay,
you're doing your
Mike. I got to ask you something. What the heck? Who was in charge of the sound system in Knoxville for Dolly Parton? Did you hear about it? Nothing would work. She got out there. She tried to sing Rocky Top. She couldn't hear. And then I don't think it was just kind of screwed up. It was not organized well. I was disappointed.
Let me lay something on you, Coach. She's 80, okay? Or something like that.
She can still sing.
She can still sing.
She's older than Glenn Manley.
She can still sing. She can out-sing Glenn Manley.
I think so, too.
That's true. Speaking of singing, were you advertising for a karaoke bar coming in there? Listen, when Elvis is singing, you be quiet.
That's true. You know what? You're right.
He's got a point there, Coach.
You are right. When he's singing, you just listen.
You're talking about Bozeman and Northview. I have watched a lot of high school football this year on television. I mean, I've seen teams from Utah,
play each other. I've seen West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Tennessee. Saw Saraland versus Theodore a couple weeks ago, or a week or two.
Yeah.
And, man, you know how they say it just means more than the SEC?
Right.
I will compliment Alabama. Alabama is about the same population size as Tennessee. But it just means high school football just means more.
That's crazy. They're crazy.
And Arkansas cares, but they just don't have the players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like they got Alabama's attitude toward high school football, and they got, I don't know, John, don't hold it against me, but like Kentucky talent level.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, I think I agree 100% with that. Yeah.
But
I'll never pick them again.
Florida State, Florida, though.
Hey, who's got the best backup quarterback? I think it's going to be a pretty good football game. I still think FSU wins.
Well, here's what we need to remember about the FSU-Florida series is that the visiting teams conference brings the entire officiating crew.
Yeah,
so it'll be 11 Seminoles plus 7 Zebras against the Gators.
Yep.
Last year, and this is what's interesting, like last year, bar none Floyd, you know, listening to him, every flag that went down was a conspiracy. Okay, that against Florida State because of SEC officials. Well, this year, you know, it's going to be that way down in Gainesville, maybe. But you know, I mean, I was going to say something about Dennis because there's a prospect down there who I personally know. The kid was one of these. He's one of these all, you know, played all these travel ball things and everything. And when I last saw him, he was about, I'm not joking, he was like 5'3". Well, he's added a foot. He's either I don't know, I think he's a 5-star, but he's a 4-star, and he wants to go to Alabama. Like, who doesn't? Mm-hmm. His name's Jace Barksdale. But here's the thing, Jace is, he lives with his mother and stepdad in Venice, and his dad, who I know, who is a good Class A quarterback in Tennessee, very good one, they've got a place in Destin. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, so, I mean, Florida State or Florida, I mean, he's you know, I'm sure his dad travels to Venice from Tennessee to watch high school football. So, I mean, he wants him to play closer, and he'd be kind of like, this is really bad to compare a 17 or 18-year-old kid to somebody like Christian McCaffrey, but he'd be that kind of all-around, you know, multi-threat kind of guy. Right now he's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And
he's a 4-star?
I think he's a 4-star.
And has Alabama offered him?
Machine.
Is that Alabama
Jace
offered him?
Barksdale.
Did Alabama offer him?
What'd you say?
Did Alabama offer him a scholarship?
That I don't know. See, like that's like I had a guy hit me. He was drunk, and I think he was drunk. I did, you know, I told the cops I didn't think he was, but so they didn't bother him. But I mean, I had a guy tell me he wanted to be in the Navy. He wanted to be a SEAL, and I looked at him and said, like, you know, he was a dropout of Tennessee, and I said, that's what everybody wants to be, man. I mean, come on, you know, everybody wants to go to Alabama. You want to play for Saban, and I mean, I don't like what Saban's done because I'm not an Alabama fanatic.
Yeah,
but you got to respect it. And this year he bounced back, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
you got two more to go. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks.
We'll see Saturday. Hey, I want to give you a couple Iron Bowl memories real quick before I go.
All right.
One, I was in graduate school in the early 90s in your hometown there, big guy. And we're getting ready to take a final the week after the Iron Bowl. And I'm in there early studying, and then a guy comes in. I will admit I was the first one in there, you know. I don't know, but anyway, it's not about me. So this guy comes in. He's got an Iron Bowl T-shirt on where Auburn has been. It's about the time where they started playing. You know, they quit playing in Birmingham. Maybe
right.
I don't know.
Right.
And he's got one that says, well, you know, it's got the score and everything on it. And Auburn had won, you know, on his T-shirt. And then an Alabama graduate comes into the room. He's the third guy in, and he says hello. You know, we all know each other, small classes and all that. And he says hello, and he looks at the guy with the Auburn Iron Bowl winning T-shirt on. He goes, "Hey, you got an old shirt on." because it was the year before.
Yeah.
And Alabama had just crushed them or something. I don't know.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Here's the next one. Here, I'll make it about me and my team. I love 85, Van Tiffin kicking the field goal that did what?
It was good.
Get Tennessee to the Sugar Bowl where they kicked Miami's butt.
Hey, wait a minute! Don't get off yet.
Is crushing victory over them in '92.
Don't hang up yet.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Sam Pittman. They say they're going to give him another year. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's the right move too. I got to talk about that because I looked like a gooberoid last week. That's a cross between a goober and a hemorrhoid. Anyway, he.
Is that a medical term,
to
Doc?
Channel 4 too much over here. Channel 7, they do the Sam Pittman show.
Yeah.
So they're more, they act like Channel 4, which I like watching them, but they just gave the hysterical, fanatic in the parking lot with the RVs after you've left the stadium in the middle of the third quarter. And they're like, oh, we got his buyout and everything. We're going to go get Gus Malzahn. And this was reported on television, Coach.
Wow.
But what they didn't understand is, and this is the difference between, say, Alabama, Arkansas, and Texas A&M, money-wise. They're already paying $20 million to $2 million to Dan Enos, who they fired this year, and they're paying $10 million each to former coaches. And Coach Pittman's buyout, a lot of people thought it might be $10 million. No, it's like $18.5 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can't afford it, and the AD is the best, maybe the best AD in the conference. He's got a great all-around program going on, and they had a down year in football. Here's the thing: Coach Pittman is liked by everybody.
Yeah, I like him.
He's not like Jimbo Fisher. I hate to pick on Jimbo, but people like Sam Pittman.
Yeah.
And and here's the thing: next year with this transition to Texas coming in the conference, Texas, LSU, Tennessee, and Mississippi all come to Fayetteville next year. It's a pivotal year for Fayetteville, for Arkansas, and you just don't go out and get some rookie. They would have wanted somebody who had won games in the SEC or somebody like Sonny Dykes. Well, you're not going to get that guy.
Right.
They're gonna. That's why I said, and this was me. I said, Cadillac Williams would be a good choice because he's got the chops, and he's actually coached winning SEC games, and he can recruit probably. Yeah. I don't know. I presume he can.
Yeah.
But you don't fire a coach anymore unless you know who's coming in. Really.
Right. I'm with you.
And that's. That's the thing. You don't run a multi-million-dollar enterprise based on anger and emotion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just all there is to it.
But, I tell you what, I like him a lot. I hope he has a good year next year. But you just pointed out that schedule next year. It's going to be tougher than it was this year.
Yeah, that's what got them. Their schedule is comparable to Auburn's, where they had 4. Well, it's their fault, really, this year that they had 4 straight away games in the SEC because they did the Jerry World thing, the Southwest Classic, so to speak, which is about as classic as, I don't know.
Well, they got to keep him happy because he gives so much money to universities. You got to keep Jerry happy. You know that.
Oh, you got to. That's the thing. But here's the thing. I'm concerned that, if they fire Pittman, you're going to get Jason Garrett over here. Because of Jerry's influence. You never know, which Jason might be a good coach, too. Yeah. But,
all right, Mike, we got to take a break today.
I know y'all got to go, but y'all have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
You do too, buddy. You take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
We'll talk to you in December. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Dr. Chad Mitchell. Chad, next year will be a special year for you. 25 years taking care of these kids around here. What's the best way to get up with you?
I'll call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com.
All right. There goes, you don't have to be a great athlete to go see Chad. Anybody can go see Chad Mitchell. The guy's incredible. Also, don't forget about that Cajun place. We had a great time down there this weekend. Of course, there were some no-shows. I had 3 of my buddies were going to be there. 3 of them did not show up. I'm not going to call them out and embarrass them, Tommy, Wildcat, Jason. I'm not going to do that.
I had
did
a
the
good
wrong
excuse.
thing.
I
know
had a
you
good
did.
excuse.
Well, I had to leave early, too, because the grandkids were over at the house. So we went down there and got some food, took it home. But get down there and have a great time. This weekend, all these rivalry games, if you'd like. Now, they got a Thanksgiving special going on down there. You got to call, make reservations at Cajun Place. Go have a great Thanksgiving meal there. And then you got the college games, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Thursday night. There's a Friday game on CBS. I think it's Arkansas, LSU, I think. I have to go back and look at that. And then this weekend, I'm going to be there at 11 o'clock watching Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Auburn, 2:30, and, of course, Florida State that night at 6:30 on ESPN. Get on that Cajun Place, wear your school colors, and have a great time. Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. Speaking of Thanksgiving, if you've not got any plans for your turkey yet, call them now. Order it. Go by and pick it up. You'll be in great shape. Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road, the best there is. Rudy's Barbecue. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
That's the national championship game in Houston.
Can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
So he runs on all fours?
All fours, baby. He can go. He can go.
I always like that at first. He runs like a deer.
That's just the beginning of the Florida recruit class. Get dogs.
They've lost. They got 5.
11 o'clock. It's cold.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Kitchen Designs Group is excited to announce their new location, 7934 Front Beach Road, Panama City Beach. They offer full-service kitchen and bathroom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring. Plus, they also offer cash and carry. Take your cabinets home today. Let Claudia and Marshall help make your dreams of a new kitchen or bathroom come true. Call Kitchen Designs Group, 850-775-4150 to schedule your free consultation or visit their website, kitchendesignsgroup.com. Cash and carry only applies to the Shaker White.
Now open Saturdays, 9 to 2.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. You're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Go nuts.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Big win. Hated for the quarterback. That was a sad thing to see. We got a phone call, right? Let's take this phone call real quick. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Hey, Coach, it's David Beck.
Hey, David.
I got a couple things I want to say. I think Florida State will get through this. This quarterback they brought in, I thought he was really good. It surprised me, actually, how good he was. And I believe they're going to get through it. They got too many good players around him that's going to not let it happen.
Well, David, let me ask you this. It makes me sick. All I heard, I stayed up late, watching the talk shows and the highlights, and they were all talking about Washington. Washington should probably move ahead of Florida State now because Florida State's quarterback's hurt. I don't get it. They've been talking for 2 weeks about Florida State gets less respect than anybody in the top 10. I don't get it. They want the Pac-12. They want both those teams in the top 4. They want to give them the Heisman, and they want to knock Florida State out of it. I mean, you should have heard them. I was like, what is
and
this?
Florida
coming
State
from?
actually has a defense. Neither one of those teams really has a good defense.
I think they hate the SEC. I think they hate the Big Ten. I'm talking about the media everywhere else because they destroyed a conference, and that it's going away. So they're just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll voice Washington. I don't think they can beat Florida State. Now, I didn't see the end of the game when the quarterback, the backup quarterback went in. So you really think they can win it all with him at quarterback?
Easy there.
We got you?
Well,
you still there, caller?
So I watched the end of the game, and I thought Rodemaker looked really good. I mean, he was 13 of 23, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. I thought he looked pretty sharp. I mean, yes, they're playing the North Alabama Lions.
That's what I was going to point out. Yeah.
I think you petted one once.
I did. They're lying. I did. I was lucky.
So anyway, Jordan Travis goes down. I think he's got a broken ankle. Nobody's really saying.
Have you seen 100%. It? Did you see it laying sideways?
Yeah. It looks like a external rotation injury. So it's probably an ankle fracture, if I had to guess. And I liked how, I don't know if it was a trainer or doc that ran out there on the field, and basically they were trying to put it back in place right there. And that's the easiest, fastest way to do it to get him some relief is to just get it back straight. A lot of people don't understand that, but in the moment right there, it's a lot easier to do than it is.
Both teams were out on the field. It was sick.
I feel really bad for Jordan.
Great player. Yeah. Great person. And that to happen.
Yeah. In his statement after the game and all, or I say, the next day, on his condition and all, and his positive attitude, it's basically.
Really, this was Cupcake Saturday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it was also quarterback injury Saturday too.
Yeah,
I mean, when you got Mertz go down with a broken clavicle. I know the term for most people is the collarbone, but we call it the clavicle. So he had a clavicle fracture, and then you had Travis with the what looked like an ankle fracture to me.
Mm-hmm. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. They woke up. They've scored 58 to 3 the rest of the way.
58 to 13. Yeah,
58 to 3 back. Well.
Yeah, North Alabama went up 13 to nothing.
We got a call. Let's take this call. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are y'all this morning?
Hey, it's Rob. Hey, buddy. What you doing?
I'm just headed to work like everybody else that's self-employed.
Hey, Rob. What is this national thing that Washington? Did you listen to any of that stuff talk? You probably did. It was late night. What's the love affair with Washington?
The only person all year long that has really given FSU any love is Booger McFarland.
Yep.
He has said all along that they should be, 3 or even higher a couple of times. But,
right. And I agree with him.
Yep.
To me, I think some of the officiating through the year and stuff might be some retaliation from the conference over FSU, causing such a stink in the off season about transferring and the conference and all that. But I did want to ask Dr. Mitchell, because he just touched on it while I was trying to get where I could call. When you have a serious injury like that, I'm assuming that they can come out there and give him something for pain and then try and set that, because there's no way that you could have got that air cast on his leg the way that foot was pointing.
Well, that's why I'm saying he was reducing it immediately. They don't give them. Right. We don't give them pain medicine. It's a controlled substance. We don't have that on the field.
Well, I mean, just something because
they can give him something in the locker room once they get him to the locker room. But
they took him straight to the ambulance and put him in the ambulance. But to me, you had a kid the week before that had I thought they said it was a compound fracture when he reached and fell on his shoulder and stuff there on the sideline.
Yeah.
Was it? And I can't remember now who it was that they were even playing, but but he had broke his shoulder or his arm or something. And they're over there and they cover everybody up where you can't see. And like I said, I've broke bones before, and they don't. I'm not saying that they give you a narcotic or whatever, but morphine or something, but something to put it in there so they can set that bone
and not hear everybody hear him scream, when they do that. Now,
yeah, actually, I'll tell you, on the field, they have absolutely nothing. And what I was getting at earlier is their own endorphins are up because they're injured,
right?
And they've been playing a contact sport, and of course their endorphins are up. So believe it or not, a lot of them, even though it hurts, they tolerate it a lot better if you try to reduce it immediately. That's why you'll see us put shoulders back in right there on the field. I did that this year for one player. I had an elbow dislocation last year. You want to try to get it right then and there. And believe it or not, you tell kids all the time, this doesn't hurt. It won't hurt any more than the injury itself, is the way you say it. So you're quickly putting it back, but it's a lot quicker to do that, and they tolerate it better than if you wait 30 minutes and all the muscles are contracted and then you can't get it out to length to get it to reduce. But, I know this isn't a medical show. I think Coach Hale's about to throw up here.
This is good.
I'm taking notes, man.
Why don't you give us a rundown of exactly what they did to the quarterback?
Well,
and I know where you're coming from, because I broke mine playing, younger kid football, and somebody jumped on the pile after everybody's getting up. And when I put my arm down, you could put a 2x4 up underneath it to support it.
Yeah.
So, but when I got up off of the ground, I walked over to the coach and said, "Coach, I think I broke my arm." He said, "Yeah, I think you did." But but I've twisted ankles before, and twisted ankles hurt so much more than a broken bone. And I'm assuming that it's because it's pulling ligaments and doing all that kind of stuff.
And Rob, he's a tough character.
Rob's a lot tougher than I am. I tell you right now.
Anyway.
The look on Coach Hale's face was priceless.
Say that when I was in the emergency room, my dad walks in just as the doctor sets it, and he passed out because he got back in place. So. But back to your point about the quarterback that came in, he throws a much better pass than Travis does.
He does.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
The problem that I saw, there was a couple of times that he had receivers that were behind defenders, and it was a for sure touchdown, and he had either already checked down, didn't see it, or whatever, and completed a pass for 10 yards when he could have thrown a 50-yard touchdown bomb.
Yeah,
because his receivers were way beyond.
They'll work on that this week. I guarantee you they're showing him that on the film.
There's a reason your first team and your second team.
Yeah, but he looks pretty good, and he's had some playing time. So I still think FSU's going to do fine.
Unless he was a lot better than Travis, I don't think Norvell would have ever sat Travis unless just somebody came in. So, and I think Watermaker's was just sitting waiting on this time.
I'm interested to see what they do. I got a feeling they're going to have Washington at number 4 and Florida State at 5. We got another caller.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. I'll let you go.
All right, Rob. Have a good Thanksgiving, buddy.
See you, Rob.
Let's take this other call. Good morning.
Hey, Rob. How you doing?
Good morning. Who is this?
This is another Rob, but
hey, Rob.
I was a trainer for Alabama for pro sports over days for years.
God bless you, brother.
He's right. I reduced everything you can think of. The worst I've ever had was a guy getting his whole body bridge, his jaw broke and pushed into by Jesse Tuggles. He played for Atlanta. He knocked our running back. His whole bridge of his mouth straight back.
Oh, God.
He don't give you anything on the field, number one. It's just, the drilling's so high, you would probably give some kid a heart attack. We just didn't do it, and I put everything back in place. The second thing is, guys, I've seen Washington play in person. I've seen Oregon play in person. I've seen Ohio State play in person this year. I've seen Michigan play in person this year. In person, on the field. I've been on the field. And I can tell you, they don't have the athletes we have in the SEC. It's just not there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you. This love for the Pac-12, I don't get. I don't get it. I do not get. I've watched them play. You go back and look who they've had on the roster, where they played high school ball, what their stars were. It's just a different league out there. And I'm talking about the Pac-12. The Big Ten is pretty good, but the Pac-12, I still don't think it's like. I don't get it.
I think it's when I see difference, and Clemson was always one of the teams that had speed. Florida State's got great speed. But outside of Ohio State's defensive line, Michigan State's offensive defensive line, they don't compete at the same level, speed-wise, athletic-wise, as the SEC teams do.
Yep.
I will tell you today, you can take probably 3 teams in SEC, put them on a neutral field, they beat Ohio State and Michigan. That's just honest. And I saw the games in person on the field.
Yeah.
They don't have the ability that a lot of teams in SEC have today.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact.
Hey, listen, I hate to do it. We got a break. You want to hold?
Buddy.
You got to go?
Got you.
Okay. Hey, call back sometime, man. I love talking to you. When you call back, I want to hear some more stories, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Y'all
buddy.
be
Have a
good.
great
Take care.
Thanksgiving. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's talk about some of our great, man, that's great calls, Dave.
Yeah.
You come on, everybody wants to talk. All medical stuff. I'm just sitting here watching you talk.
You think they want to?
They know who you are.
No.
The legend,
I
the
think
man,
they don't want me. They want to shut me up. That's what they're
No,
trying
they
to
don't.
do.
No, they don't. They want to hear that wisdom that you have. I'm proud of you.
Oh, it's funny.
Let's talk about some of our great people. Our FSU update was brought to you by Rob. And newbies, get out, newbies have a great time. 3 great locations. John and Charlotte love them to death. Wonderful people. Get out, newbies, still on the curb, watch all these sporting events, and then the mothership. You know you wind up there this weekend. Everybody's back in town. Everybody will be there Friday night. Get out, newbies, have a great time. Max Food Sports Nutrition, you want to look better, feel better. Jason Kovalevsky can make that happen for you. Dr. Ward, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. If it doesn't look right, feel right, don't put it off. Go see Dr. Ward. 5 minutes can save your life. There's offices throughout Northwest Florida. Love Dr. Ward. Wonderful man. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli. Love Big John, retired police officer. Got to one of the best restaurants around. If you love pizza, it's the only place you want to go. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli on Thomas Drive. 3 restaurants in one. The food is incredible. Matter of fact, we had one Saturday night. It was unbelievable. Get out to Paparazzi Gourmet Deli. Have a great time. Taco Bell. 3 great locations on Panama City Beach. One in Callaway and the brand new one down in Port St. Joe. If it wasn't for Taco Bell, I don't think Port St. Joe could have had that big win last week. They get it done. They won a big football game, 49-14. Because of Taco Bell, as far as you know. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Start your morning with sports updates, interviews, reactions, lively discussions, insights, and expert analysis.
I think in our lifetime, we will never see another undefeated team.
Join Evan, Canty, and Michelle weekday mornings from 5 to 7.
It will never happen again.
On the Sports Talk Monster.
If anyone deserves the benefit of the doubt for one last chance, it's Bill Belichick.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly clear skies and a high of 75 with a moderate breeze out of the southeast around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning but otherwise moderate rain and a temperature near 76. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Hello, this is Rick Vosser with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore portable building dealer, Panama City.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels Studio.
They got something that money couldn't buy. I was noticing when you come down the stairs that you've got pretty legs.
All right, I'll tell you a story without a happy ending.
Y'all following this?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Turn it up, baby. Roll.
starting this early this
Iron Bowl week, man. Iron Bowl.
10 minutes early for this song.
He
This
is pumped up.
No, wait, this is just a regular one.
I think he's a bandwagon fan. I think he's on our side. He's got rid of the Kentucky Wildcats. We got to call him.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys keep the calls coming. 215-6290. We'll have a great time just chatting. What you do? Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Hey, good. This is John enjoying the show. Two comments. One, here's a lot to talk about Jaden Daniels, and his numbers were kind of bad because of the competition, but Georgia State was ranked ahead of the team Oregon played, and the first 6 touchdowns he scored were about approximately the same amount of plays, if not less. You may want to check this, to Bo Nix, but he's running away with it as far as I'm concerned, man. If he doesn't get the Heisman, barring some disaster next week, it's a travesty. And the other comment is, let me get your thoughts on this. If Alabama, and I'm not an Alabama fan, I'll just tell you that, and I was hard on them at the beginning of the year, like a lot of people. But if they beat Georgia, they are by far and away the best team in the country, in my opinion. And the table's going to be set. I'm telling you, it's coming. They're not going to have any SEC team.
You got it right. I've been saying the same thing. Yes, sir. I'm with you. 100%. You can see it. It's coming. They're talking about it. They keep them at 8th every week. And I'm going to tell you what. I still think they're going to give I almost said a bad word. I think they're going to give the Heisman to Bo Nix because he's out in the Pac-12.
Right.
I really do.
Here's the deal.
I believe that.
He couldn't do it in the SEC.
He's the average player in the SEC. He goes out there and wins the Heisman.
I hope he plays an SEC team here.
Daniels has done something that's never been done in the history of college football. Has more passing yards, more rushing yards. The kid's at a different level. It's not even close.
Incredible.
Look at the statistics now. All three of the guy from Washington, and Bo Nix and him. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Well, they don't have defense out there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
In the SEC, look what Jaden Daniels has been doing with SEC defenses, even against Alabama.
Even last week, the first 8 times he had the ball, they scored touchdowns. The guy's a freak, man. He's unbelievable. He really is. He had 400 yards passing. They didn't want him to run the ball much last week. He had 400 yards, 25 of 30, 400 yards. 500
total yards.
Yeah, responsible for 8 touchdowns. And I don't care who they're playing. This kid, I've watched enough of him. He should win it all. I'm with you, though, about what you said about Bama wins out. And if one of those teams are undefeated, I think they're in trouble.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Let me ask you this. Are you an LSU guy?
Well, I'm from the area, so I pull for the Tigers, but I do like to give credit where credit's due, and they're the best team. The LSU got some major problems on defense. I don't know.
That's what I was going to ask you. All the years following, I've followed LSU my whole life. This is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. I guys can't. How can LSU not be better on defense with the type of players they have? I know they had. I know the inside talk. I know what happened. With the transfers came in, that didn't go very well, and 2 of them I don't think's ever walked on the field. They had a huge fight during the camp, but I just expected more out of their defense. You think I got a feeling they'll make a change with the defense coordinator. I could be wrong on that, but I've got a gut feeling that might happen. We lost him. Yeah, I think we lost him. Okay, hey, if you can hear us, great call. Appreciate the phone call. And everything that guy said is 100% correct. I think the SEC's in trouble. Unless Georgia wins out, then they'll get in. But they don't want an SEC. This committee, I don't trust. The people honestly, the people in general throughout the country, they hate the Big Ten and the SEC because they're blaming those 2 leagues for destroying college football.
Yeah, but if they left an SEC champion, I don't care who the champion is. If they left the conference champion out with 1 loss,
Washington's undefeated.
I get
They're
it.
in.
Oregon's not undefeated. And I think...
Well, I'm saying if Washington wins,
what if Oregon wins?
Ohio State or Michigan winner is in.
They're going to have to replay.
Yeah, then they're going to go to Texas one.
Right.
Texas beat Alabama.
Yeah, I get that.
And then if FSU's undefeated, Alabama's out.
Yep.
That's just what I think. We got a caller? Well, why not? Quit hanging up on them.
It's that
Why
ghost
would
in
you
the
do
machine
that?
thing.
Call back. He, you know what? If you're not a Kentucky Wildcat fan, he does that to you. Give us a call back. Stop and do it again.
We're a Bengals fan.
215-6290. 215-6290. Florida State this weekend. What's going to happen? Let's talk about Billy Napier. I thought they play, again, it's like a yo-yo. 1 week they don't show up. The next week they play hard. Florida played their hearts out. I felt so much better about the Gators after watching, even though they lost to the number 8 team.
I do too,
Number
actually.
9 team in the country.
Yeah.
They played hard.
Yeah, so it's going to be Brown versus Rodemaker. That's your two new quarterbacks that are going
they'll get famous
to be
real
playing.
quick.
And listen, I liked both of them this weekend. I mean, I watched both of them. I watched both of them come in, in those circumstances and play good ball. And I tell you, I was really excited for Brown at Florida. He did really well other than the fumble.
Well, I will say this: Brown went against a good football team.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Back up, went against a small little North Alabama.
Right, but I'm telling you, I liked what I saw in Florida.
The rest of the roster at Florida State compared to Florida.
I know. Yeah.
Florida State.
I give it to Florida State. I think Florida State is a top 3 team, in my opinion, as well. I know Rob talked about it earlier that Booger McFarland had put them at number 3. That's where I think they should be, somewhere in there. They're on course right now, in my opinion, to really surprise some people. I think they play better football than Washington.
I cannot wait. Is it 6 or 6? Well, I tell you what. Let me look right now. I'll tell you in 1 second. I think I will. I've got it all written down. Just give me a minute. What time is kickoff? Then again, I don't have it. Chad, why don't you have it? Look it up. What time is kickoff? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. May I have another? I think it's at 6:30. I think it's 6:30 kickoff on ESPN. I know it's on ESPN, Florida State, Florida, 6:30 ESPN, and cannot wait, man. Cannot wait. Here it is right here. It is 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. Just like I said, 6 o'clock. I said 6 o'clock, not 6:30. Here's the lineup this weekend. Oh, man. Saturday games. Kentucky Wildcats. Why would anybody want to watch this? Well, the Cardinals got a good team. We'll watch them play.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm going to hold on.
I mean, I had high hopes for this game coming up this weekend.
You were high.
I really did, and I was really going to make a big deal out of it, but I have bbeen humbled.
Yes,
so
you have.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yes, I have picked them for the last time. Your Kentucky Wildcats are 3-5 in the SEC, 6-5 overall, but they are going to a bowl game. I will say this: they scored 305 points. They've given up 267 points. Okay, that's better than South Carolina. South Carolina scored 305 points like you have, but they've given up 300 points. So you can look ahead. That's one positive thing. Even though, didn't they beat you?
Why doesn't that help me? I know.
Because they beat you.
Because they beat us.
Yeah, anyway. All right, we get back. We're going to talk about the Alabama Crimson Tide. If you want to keep calling, go ahead and do so. We love talking to you. 215-6290. We have had some really great callers this weekend. Last guy was great, man. I'm with him. The way they've been talking about the SEC is down. No, the SEC is always up. We're never down. Now, they do think the ACC is the weakest conference out there.
I think the SEC started slow this season. I think they did. I think all of them started slow, and I think that's part of the problem. Alabama started slow. The loss to Texas.
I just think they played tough competition. Everybody's pretty good. They played. I'm not into the Pac-12. You go back and look how their high school players play there, just everything. They're playing each other, and they look pretty good.
It seems like I've been seeing an awful lot of advertisement on TV for the Pac-12.
Oh, it's everything.
Games,
Washington,
sponsors, and stuff like that.
You can tell they're overall better than Florida State. I think this is the week the committee moves them. They've been telling the committee to do this for two or 3 weeks. They've been telling everybody that the committee will probably move Florida State. What did Florida State do wrong? I believe they keep winning.
That's what I think.
I don't get it.
They keep
I don't
winning.
Get it.
Anyway.
Chad, let's talk about great Chad Mitchell. What's the best way for the average Joe to come out and see you? Like some Wildcat, a body like that. You know, if he gets hurt, yeah, you're still gonna see him. I mean, you will actually let him in the building, right? You don't have to be a great athlete.
Even though there's a lot of things that might be hard to
fix. A lot of things will be. You have a lot of work to do. Hey, man, I mean, when he walks in there, you see, you go, man, I got a lot of work to do with this guy. This is going to be tough. Or do you go, well, he needs it. You look good, Samir.
Show me some sympathy.
You can't
just a little sympathy.
Yeah. No, you look good. You look good. But anyway, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com.
And after you see Chad, do something for yourself, man. Go see Pat down at Beef Brady's in Lynn Haven. They got lunch specials every single day. But this Wednesday, get you some fried wings. I'll tell you what, it's unbelievable. 10 big old wings, drinking aside for $9.99. You can't beat that anywhere. Beef Brady's in Lynn Haven. Great atmosphere, great people down there. TVs everywhere. It's just cozy. I like it down there. Love Pat. He does a great job, city commissioner for Lynn Haven. One of the best guys I know. Beef Brady's in Lynn Haven. Go have a great time. Tell him Coach sent you. One of my favorite guys, Jim Dickerson, been with him for a long, long time. He worked for State Farm. But it's not really about the company you work for. It's the agent. It's like when you go to a doctor, it's about the individual doctor that sees you. Okay, that's critical. Same thing with same thing with anything really. The guy that waits on you, the guy that takes care of you, that's Jim Dickerson. That's your agent. Give him a call. Go by and see him. Sit down and go over your policy. I guarantee you want to be with Jim Dickerson when something goes wrong. Give him a call today, 763-4673. That's Jim Dickerson, 763-4673. You want that yard look absolutely beautiful? TurfPro Pest Control can make it happen for you. Call Pat. His great crew will get down there, and they'll take care of like they take care of our place. TurfPro Pest Control, #1, not even close. Whew. We'll be right back with the Alabama Crimson Tide on a Monday before Thanksgiving.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly clear skies and a high of 75 with a moderate breeze out of the southeast around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning but otherwise moderate rain and a temperature near 76. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Lace up your running shoes for the Daybreak 76 Panama City Beach Marathon presented by Visit Panama City Beach. Set for Saturday, December 2nd, this Boston qualifier includes a marathon, half marathon, 5K, and a kids fun run. The race begins and ends in Pier Park with an after party at Margaritaville. Register for the Daybreak 76 Panama City Beach Marathon today at pcbmarathon.com before the event sells out, and use code ESPNRUN to receive 10% off.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, the sports talk monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Put down your natural light. It's time for the Alabama Update. The Alabama Update, weekday mornings at 8. On the Coach James Hale Show at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. One of the finest men I know is Jason. Stevenson Air Conditioning does an incredible job. Family owned. They take care of people throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Anytime, day or night, give them a call. They'll be out there for you. Now, you want to get service about every 6 months. And I've always been told right before winter, before summer, it'll work better. It'll run better. It saves you money with your power bill. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't make a mistake and go to some national company. Go with the locals here in Northwest Florida. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. No doubt about that. Alabama Crimson Tide. We are we're getting a little bit closer every day to the Iron Bowl. We always have problems in Jordan-Hare. What's going to happen this year? We have no idea. It's going to be wild. 2:30 CBS, Alabama Auburn, from Auburn, Alabama. It's going to be a beautiful day there. Cold and beautiful, sunny, beautiful day in Auburn. Alabama, what happened last week? Well, they guaranteed themselves. They got their 10th win, Chad. They've done this 16 straight season under Nick Saban. That's 160 wins for the common folk out there like me. Alabama puts it on Tennessee, Chattanooga, 66-10. Passing, Milroe only threw the ball 16 times. He completed 13 of them for 197 yards, 3 touchdowns. They didn't let him run the ball hardly any in this ball game, which is a smart move. Chattanooga's quarterback threw the ball 21 times, completed 10 for 107 yards. Good job, Bama, because the kid's got a good arm. He did have 1 interception. Total offense, Alabama Crimson Tide had 574 yards. Chattanooga had 233 yards. Turnovers, Bama 0. Chattanooga 1. First downs, Alabama 21, Chattanooga 11. Time possession, Chattanooga actually had the ball longer, 33 minutes and 31 seconds. Bama had the ball 26 minutes and 29 seconds. All right, overall team passing, Bama had 2 quarterbacks play, Simpson played, but as a team, they threw the ball 24 times, completed 19 for 259 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Chattanooga was the same as earlier, because they only played 1 quarterback. Rushing the ball like this, Bama ran the ball 33 times for 315 yards. They scored on 5 rushing touchdowns. They averaged 9.5 every time they touched the football. Run the ball, good job by Bama. Chattanooga ran the ball 35 times, Chad, for 126 yards, 1 touchdown. They did average 3.6 yards per carry. Burton was Bama's one of their top receivers in this ball game. The transfer from Georgia, senior, 3 receptions for 105 yards, 1 touchdown. 9 different Alabama receivers touched the football for 259 yards and 3 touchdowns. Chattanooga had 5 different receivers catch the football for a total yardage of 107 yards. But Chad, 2 of the best players Bama has on the entire roster. Everybody knows who one of them is. It's the All-American freshman. Will be a first-round draft pick, maybe go down one of Bama's best defensive backs in the history. Downs. They let him return a punt. You see what he did?
Did you have a flashback?
Yeah.
With this?
The deuce is loose.
The deuce is loose. That's exactly what I thought.
He looked just like him.
He looked bigger.
Bigger, more muscular, and maybe faster.
But I could hear
he made that one little move. I said, "Oh my God!"
I was listening. Him. I wasn't listening to Eli Gold, but I could hear Eli Gold. The deuce is loose.
Yeah.
The minute he broke it up the middle, I was like, "You got to be kidding me! I'm having a flashback here."
We ran the ball and it got stripped.
Yeah.
And next to that, he's making a change. And he did. And what happened? First time he catches the punt, 85 yards.
He does that little spin move.
He made 2 guys
David
missing.
Palmer did that too.
Yeah.
Do the little spin move and then right up the gut. And nobody could touch it.
And then when he went the middle, he made 1 move, and that was it.
The kicker.
He fell down. He looked like Chad Mitchell trying to tackle somebody out there.
You think the kicker wanted to hit him?
No. He's a big boy now.
Now Saban did comment on his ball handling skills going down the sideline. Saban's post-conference, they were asking him questions about Ty Simpson dropping the ball at the goal line. And so he goes, Saban says, well, do I really have to answer this? I mean, it's pretty obvious. And then he got into it, and he says, well, it's a teachable moment for Ty Simpson. He goes, Caleb Downs had one of those moments too, carrying the football like you shouldn't be carrying it. So Saban's like, we've got a couple of teachable moments.
But that was a good point what Nick's talking about, because he was holding it like a loaf of bread.
He was, but I'm going to tell you, gosh,
he's a player.
He looked like a pro running that
Here's
back.
the next guy. Here's the next great player for Bama. It's a shame they didn't run him, because he's the best player they got on the running back. That Hayes kid, that true fresh number 22, he gets in there. he makes a little move. He takes it to the house. He's got speed more than anybody else on that team as far as running backs.
Yeah.
He is going to be something special. Just remember, if he didn't get hurt, we'll all be next 3 years.
Well, that's a flashback, too.
We're all going to be
22.
talking about this young man here. Hey, that Hayes kid is incredible. Incredible. And hopefully he gets to play a little bit more. But now I will say this. We got 2 seniors leaving at running back. The next 2 will come up. Number 26, I've got his name. He's really good, too. And we're trying to get the number 1 running back in the nation right now. We might get him. And maybe that's another reason we don't let the other kid run the ball as much. Let's hide. Let's keep him hidden away. But anyway, Alabama punted the ball 2 times only. They averaged 44 yards a punt. Chattanooga punted the ball 9 times. Their kicker did a good job. He averaged 46 yards. And again, Alabama-Auburn, Iron Bowl, 2:30 CBS, can't wait. Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson drops the ball before he scores. You just went over that. So
that was an 80-yard run.
Now it's officially 79. Yeah. Can you believe
With a
that?
fumble.
Oh, what about our field goal kicker, Will? He's 10 points away from being the all-time scoring leader in the college football history.
How many points?
10 points
10
away.
points.
That's what I believe. That's 3 field goals and an extra point. Correct?
Yeah.
So you got Auburn, you got Georgia, and you got a bowl game. I believe he's going to break it. I think he's going to be the all-time leading
actually.
scorer.
That'd be awesome.
I think he's missed 2. They started bragging at him, and he missed 2.
I've got his autographed picture on my desk. It's. I might make that more valuable.
I believe he has a family member here in Bay County.
He does.
Grandmother, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever met the kid?
I've never met him, no, but I'm certainly a fan.
Yes, I certainly am too. All right,
especially since before him we didn't have a kicker.
Alabama's offense and defensive coordinators, the combo of both of those are the highest paid in college football. The combo, not individual coordinator, but together, they have more. They make $3.8 million. So that's $1.9 million a piece. That's what they make.
Steele's making more than Rees?
They both make $1.9 million a piece.
Okay.
Alabama is the 3rd highest paying university in college football for paying assistant coaches. They paid $9.17 million, comes in 3rd place for all their assistant coaches. And really and truly, Nick has control over that. He can pay. He doesn't have to go to an AD. He is really like the football AD. I mean, it's crazy the power he has. So he could make him. He could be the highest paid staff in college football, but he's not. He chooses not to be for whatever reason. Ohio State Buckeyes are the highest paid assistant coach in college football. They pay out $9.323 million a year on their football staff. 2nd place. What team is 2nd? Alabama's 3rd. Ohio State's 1st. There's always the 3 teams we all talk about.
Michigan.
Georgia Bull. Thank you, sir. Georgia Bulldog. Michigan. Come on, man. Georgia Bulldogs.
That was the comment I wanted.
Yeah, Mississippi's the poorest pay.
That's right. I
Georgia pays $9.23 million on their coaching staff. That's a lot of money. Kirby Smart is his world. We just live in it. Unbelievable. All right, we get back. We'll talk about the Auburn Tigers. Oh, my goodness. That breaks our heart. Anyway, that was ugly. That was ugly. Speaking of Georgia, what a put down. I mean, they beat Tennessee like a drum, like they do ever. They're just getting better and better.
I'm telling you, they're the number 1 team in the nation.
3 in a row. 3 in a row.
I don't think Washington would be able to stay with them.
They would destroy Washington
and Oregon.
There's only a few teams that can even stay on the field with them. They're incredible. Whew. How much time I got? Am I pieced out?
Talking. Did you wear yourself out? You always do that to yourself on Alabama.
I'm just tired.
It's Monday. Get yourself
I just need to take a break. I need you to play some good music, get me pumped up.
I can do that.
All right, we got the man, the myth, the legend with us this morning, Dr. Chad Mitchell. And we would love for you to give us a call in, 215-6290. Talk about the Iron Bowl. Talk about Florida State, all these rivalry weekends. Kentucky, going to get ready to get whipped again. And where's that game played at this year?
You are not nuts.
Where's that game played at this year?
Nuts. What, the next weekend?
It's this weekend. Where they play?
This weekend, I mean?
The Cardinals.
I think it's at Louisville.
It is at Louisville.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel bad for you guys.
Oh, man.
They came back and won that game. They look pretty good.
Rub it in.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. J. Michael's Restaurant, Thomas Drive. If you want the best seafood, coldest beer, go by and have a great time there. Tell them Coach sent you. Stevenson Air Conditioner, everyone. Appreciate the Alabama update, Jason. South Oak Title and Closing. Chuck Tucker does an unbelievable job. You get ready to go to your real estate dealings, make sure you don't make a mistake. You want it done right. No surprises. Chuck Tucker, South Oak Title and Closing, #1. Great people down there. And there's the offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Don't forget about Aurelio Tequila Bar and Grill, the best Mexican food you get anywhere. Right across the street from the Navy base. Tell David, Coach said, to get in here and have a great meal, and you will have a great meal right there. Rudy's Barbecue on Bat Beach Road, that beautiful, unbelievable Texas barbecue. They got unbelievable turkey, especially now Thanksgiving coming up. You need to call them today or tomorrow and make sure you order it. Go pick it up.
Christmas parties, too.
Oh, everything. They cater. They cater. They got the Lorelei Layton back room down there. Go have a great time at Rudy's Barbecue on Bat Beach Road. And one of my favorite places of all time, that Cajun place right down there on Thomas Drive. Wear your school colors. Have a wonderful time this weekend. We're going to be there early, man. Get down there early. Brian got us a table early this past week. We had a wonderful time. Me, Phil. And actually, Phil Cobb paid for everybody's meal. I about fainted. That Cajun place, Ohio State, Michigan, 11 o'clock kickoff. We'll be there for there. Wear your colors. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. That Cajun place. We'll be right back. 104.3. Hey, you know what? You know what else they're doing down there? You want to eat? You got to call and make a reservation. The Cajun place. They're having the Thanksgiving dinner. Pretty good. Really good.
Sounds fun.
All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly clear skies and a high of 75 with a moderate breeze out of the southeast around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning but otherwise moderate rain and a temperature near 76. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Barbaritos lets you say yes to fresh. If you don't know what to eat or where to get it, well, fret no more. Barbaritos is here to help with its healthy menu, offering 7 meals with less than 500 calories. Barbaritos has lots of healthy options made with farm fresh food. Your health and your family's health matters to us. Come eat healthy at Barbaritos, 23rd Street in the Stanford Station Shopping Center near Academy Sports. Barbaritos, food, community, people.
During uncertain times, Gold and Silver Bullion have consistently maintained the financial stability we need. For over 50 years, Coin and Bullion Reserves has served Northwest Florida as your regional choice to protect your future with the peace of mind that hard assets such as Gold and Silver Bullion provide. The fluctuations of the stock market and concern over inflation often lead investors towards safe haven assets like precious metals. If you're concerned about the future of the economy, Coin and Bullion Reserves is here to provide you with the security you need. Come and speak with one of our numismatists so we can help you protect your future.
Tiger fans, join us weekday mornings at 8:15. It's the Bay Point Golf Auburn Update on the Coach James Hale Show at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
One of the best fight songs of all of college football right there. Whoa! Eagle! Hey! Auburn Update brought to you by Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Get down there this Saturday. Watch the Iron Bowl right there. Have a great meal. It'll kick off 2:30. Jordan-Hare Stadium. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful sunny day. I think the high is about 56 degrees, something like that. It's going to be a nice day. Great time to play college football. Auburn, they pay over $1.8 million and lose. Auburn took it on the chin, 31-10 by New Mexico State. I don't know. This is just throwing it out there, Chad. Did Auburn work all last week on Bama and Iron Bowl? And then, does Auburn have Alabama right where they want them? Do they have them right where they want them? You thinking, hey, we're terrible. We can't beat New Mexico State. Watch out. You will definitely see a different team this weekend. I guarantee they're going to play their hearts out against Alabama. Maybe the best thing that happened to them.
Well,
I
hope Hugh Freeze gets them ready for this game.
Well, Chad,
he clearly didn't have them ready for this game.
No, baby. It doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Let's turn this setback to a comeback. Let's turn this negative situation to a positive situation. Let's learn from this. Let's shock the world. Let's ruin their season because they have no respect for us.
All right, let's look at this. So, New Mexico State.
We got a timeout. We got to shut you up. We got to take a call.
Oh, here we go again.
Good morning.
First coaching job was at St. John's, baby.
Good morning. Who is this?
Gary White.
Hey, Gary. What are you doing, big guy?
I wanted to talk to you on the radio. I just want to tell you I love you. And, hey, man, you're the only man, they don't even talk about your first coaching job was at freaking St. John's, man. Yeah. And then you had the AD at Bay High. Yeah. So tell them all to love that, right?
Yeah. Shoot you. Go ahead. Yeah. Talk, baby. Talk.
And you took me to Tully Gym, remember? Yeah.
You know,
we don't want to get in trouble, though. We don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. Nah, you're doing good.
Exactly.
Hey,
anyway, I just want to tell you I love you. I'm down here to say, Joe.
He was talking about Glenn Manley, too.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
What'd you say about Glenn?
His first coaching job was St. John's. Coached me, basketball.
Golly, Glenn Manley did?
Yeah.
In basketball?
You can shoot it for a little short guy. He can shoot it, and he can punt it, too, and play golf.
Yeah, he is pretty dang good in golf now. I give him credit about that. I don't know if he's coming in tomorrow or not. He usually comes in on Wednesdays. He always brings his food. That's a good thing. Hey, what do you think about what happened? What do you think about Florida State this weekend? What do you think is going to happen?
God, I don't know. Florida, it's a rivalry game. I think it's a toss-up.
Yeah. Well, you got both backup quarterbacks playing. I don't know.
Well, he's in Valdosta, so you never know that young kid.
Well, let me ask you, who are you going to be pulling for, if you don't mind me asking you?
Well, I like Notre Dame. That's not good.
No, that's all right. I got some good buddies. One of our doctors here in town.
Irish, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think who it is.
If we lose, we always got March 17th to have fun with. There you go.
Oh, man. All right, buddy.
Hey, don't get Glenn mad at me for nothing.
I won't. I promise you won't. Hey, listen.
He's like my older brother, you know.
Yeah, he's a real lot older brother, more like your grandfather, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're
just being honest about it.
He's kind of like my dad. It's like, well, no, he's 70. You got to ask him, when was your first coaching job at St. John's?
Yeah, I think Glenn's 80.
That goes back to like 1970 something.
Yeah, Glenn's just turned, I think, 83, 84. I think. I'm not sure. Hey, listen, I hate to do it. We got to take it. We got two more guys on.
All right. Take care, bro.
Hey, thank you for calling. Appreciate it, sir. Hey, Iron Bowl is right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You can listen to it right here on 104.3 ESPN. All your advertising being heard by thousands and thousands of people because they'll be listening to that ball game. We have another caller? Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? It's Mark.
Hey, Mark. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. I wanted to say this. I got some good Auburn buddies. I feel bad for them. But I do want to – are they going to be bowl eligible? Have they won 6?
Yeah, they've won 6. Yeah, they already got there.
Okay, don't play Liberty in the bowl game, okay? New Mexico State 33-17.
Ooh, that's right. That's a good point right there.
And they're not happy with Hugh Freeze at all. So
I'm
stay away from those guys. When he left, their team kind of quit on him. At the end of the season, they beat Arkansas last year. Liberty did.
Right.
So they weren't supposed to be any good this year. They're 11-0.
Yeah, I've heard. I heard his coach mentioned for some job.
They're doing really well.
You know what was weird? Speaking of that, last night I watched the Blind Side story. How they lied about the movie. And Hugh Freeze, they showed a picture of Hugh Freeze right there on the sideline. He was there. He was the head coach there at that high school.
Yeah.
And he's a Southern Mississippi boy. And I don't think he played at Southern Mississippi. I don't think he played football at Southern Mississippi. But Hughes, he's kind of a different cat, isn't he?
A little bit. He kind of, he sort of went to Liberty to rehabilitate his himself, and he did, and they were successful. I got a brother that lives up there in Lynchburg, so he knows all about it. He knows some of the coaches, and some of the assistant coaches there with the new staff said, "Yeah, we're not going to be very good this year. We don't have anybody back." They beat everybody bad this year.
Wow, that's crazy. Who do you like? What do you think is going to happen this weekend with Alabama Auburn? Do you think it's the real Auburn team shows up?
I don't think Auburn's got nothing for them. I think Alabama and Georgia, to me, they look like they got it figured out. They figured out what they do well.
Yeah.
Or they got straight. I don't know what they did different. I know that Alabama's figured out how to use that quarterback.
Right.
So. Yeah, I don't think Auburn's got nothing for them. I think Auburn's still a couple years away, or a year or two away from seriously competing. But it is Alabama and Auburn.
Yep. And it's at Auburn, though. It's at Auburn, though. Crazy things happen there.
And they have, and so you never know there. The Florida State-Florida game, that's interesting. You got two backup quarterbacks playing against one another. The kid from Florida looked good now. He looked like he could run.
Yeah, he played against really good tough competition, too. Missouri on the road. But, Florida, they're so up and down. And they're going to show up and play this game. You'd think that, I don't know. I thought they'd show up and play against Georgia, and they didn't. But I think Florida's going to play really hard.
I do, too. They'll show up and play Florida State. And I got to tell you, the thing about the Florida State quarterback, the Rodemaker kid, that kid's got a live arm. And when he came in the game, you could kind of tell that the ball was getting on the receivers a little bit quicker than what they were used to. They dropped 4 passes.
Yeah.
He actually played pretty well in that game. Of course, they're playing North Alabama. But he beat Louisville I want to say last year. Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago, where Travis got hurt, but we were losing. Florida State was losing the game. And he came in and brought him back, and he played great that game. But man, you just don't know. You get in that environment right there with what's on the line right there. You just don't know how a 20-year-old kid's going to react.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the Cardinals are going to give them everything they want in the ACC championship game. I've watched them 3 or 4 times this year. They're pretty good. Yep. I like the coach. Their coach is outstanding.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. They're a very well coached team. And listen. Louisville's got money. Louisville's putting a little money in their program. If you ever been up, I've been up there to a game, and that's no small time deal they got going up there.
Yeah, what's crazy? We played them when I was in Southern Mississippi. You go up there and play there. It was on a baseball field, and it always played them at the end of the year. It'd be freezing up there, and it was the worst stadium anywhere. And now they got that stadium now is really nice. They got a beautiful place up there. Yeah,
it is.
And they're doing a great job recruiting right now too.
Yeah, well, like I say, I think you nailed college football just a while ago when you listed the top three paid coaching staffs.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it.
They make the commitment.
Programs in the country. Right?
They make the commitment to win. That's the reason they win. The administration there, people love it. I mean, they make Ohio State's like an SEC school. The only one up there is like an SEC school. They recruit speed. They're pretty doggone good. They put the money into it. I want to ask you because I want to get your input on this. What do you think the deal is, though? Why all the media? Well, I know what it is. They hate the SEC. They hate the Big Ten. We're the reason the Super League's coming, and we're destroying everybody else. But this love for the Pac-12, having to get Oregon and Washington and all this and move down Florida State, I don't get it. I've watched Washington play 3 times. I don't think they're a great football team.
I think, and here's what it is. The Pac-12's gone. And I think there's a lot of this sympathy, for what's happened. I get it. I hate it too, but it is what it is.
Yep.
But, Utah beats Florida early in the season, and all of a sudden, the Pac-12 becomes a powerhouse conference.
Oh,
They just ain't. They got good quarterbacking coming back. That's true. But those quarterbacks, they don't play linebacker.
Right.
They don't play defense in that conference still.
Right.
That's just it. It's a little bit of a sympathy vote thing, because what is it, next year? They're down to 2 teams?
Right. Yeah. They're dead.
I feel bad for them, but it is what it is.
Well, I tell you another thing. I hope they don't mess over the kid from LSU, Daniels, that quarterback. That kid's something special. I've watched college football a long time. I've never seen a quarterback that can run and throw like this guy can do. And he looks like he's going to get killed every play because he's so small. I mean, for us, not weigh very much. But he can run like you wouldn't believe. He's passed for over 12,000 yards. He's rushed for over 3,500, whatever it is. He's just a different player, man. He's really something special.
He is, and I hope to win the Heisman. He probably deserves to win the Heisman.
I think they're going to give it to Bo Nix. That's who I think is going to win it.
That's what that's like I say, that goes back to that same thing. But I don't know. There's a lot of push for Jaden Daniels to win the thing. It's like, you're right, though. He's not Tim Tebow out there running the ball.
Yeah. All right, listen, I hate to do it. We got to take a break. Mark, you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Have a great day. Great call. Man, that's a great call. We love when these people call in like here. Were you talking?
That kind of day.
Were you talking before we shut you up?
Of course.
Okay.
I always get shut up on this show.
No, you know better than that.
We're going to give him a whole segment.
I was going to say, and I'll get it in, I guess, before the break here, but that all you have to do for this New Mexico State-Auburn game is look at the time of possession. New Mexico State had the ball 38 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah.
That says it all.
Chad, I'll be honest with you. They had better players than I thought.
They controlled the game.
Me that. Andy Burcham said, this is not your team you're thinking in the past. They have played all these SEC schools in the made this big money. They've got kids in there that can play.
Exactly.
They lined up, and they just tell like it is. They put a whipping on Auburn. I was shocked.
I was shocked
completely
as well.
Shocked.
Auburn should have beat them.
All right, let's take a break. Before we take a break, I want to thank somebody. I want to thank Greg Pernicki for all the hard work he did as the mayor. What a fine, I don't know if I've met a finer man, unbelievable mayor, and a better person. This guy's as good as they get, and I hope he has a great Thanksgiving. Great guy. All right, let's talk about some of our great sponsors. Taco Bell. We got 3 great locations right here in Panama City Beach, Callaway, and, of course, the brand new and down at Port St. Joe. The Tiger Sharks got a big win. We get back, we're going to give these couple scores with high school football, talk a little bit about Bozeman and everything else. But I want to thank Taco Bell for the support, especially for Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. Y'all get down there and have a great time at Taco Bell. Also, I want to give some more love to Jim Dickerson, my guy. Takes care of us, State Farm Insurance. It's not about that. It's about your agent. He is the man, Jim Dickerson. Give him a call, 763. Let me say it one more time, 763-4673. 4673. Give him a call now. Stop your car, give him a call. Be careful driving. School is out. We have break for the high school kids, and Major School's out for the holidays. And I tell you what, shout out to McQueen, our new superintendent. That guy's knocking out of the ballpark. He's everywhere, doing everything. Military background, a disciplinarian. We got a home run with that. The governor did a great job putting him in that position. He's doing an unbelievable job. Congratulations, all of our school board members doing a good job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hale Show on ESPN Northwest Florida. In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
Can be deadly.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
Nothing says good morning like a drunken human alarm clock.
You're live from the J. Michael Studio.
We all know he loves the Florida Gators, but that's okay.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I can control the world.
At Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle, you can find all the necessary items for an unforgettable fishing experience. From pin rods and reels to the best hand-tied rigs in Florida, we have it all. With the help of our friendly and knowledgeable staff, you can be sure that you have the right gear to make that big catch. Come experience a great local bait and tackle shop located directly off 98 on the west end of Panama City Beach, located just 5 miles west of Pier Park.
Did you know that fees associated with real estate closings are virtually the same from one title company to the next? So what sets South Oak Title apart? Effective communication, customer service, expertise, and technology. If you're buying or selling real estate, refinancing a residential or commercial property, tell your realtor you want to close with South Oak Title. South Oak Title, with locations across the Southeast, including Panama City Beach, Inlet Beach, Destin, and Fort Walton Beach. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Don't grow on trees. And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Keep them phone calls coming. 215-6290. Let me say that one more time. 215-6290. Give us a call. Wildcat, don't hang up on them. Please take the calls.
They got to be nice to me.
They'll be nice. Hey, what about Bozeman?
Bribe me.
Chad, you were at the game. Bozeman beats Northview 37-31. 15 seconds to go in the game. They get the ball back. They throw a fade route for a touchdown or bomb, whatever you want to call it. Touchdown. They go 11-0. Coach Griff knocking out of the ballpark. Great job by all of them. Northview had played for the state championship a year ago. Their schedule, they play some tough football games. So the schedule wasn't that great because they play so many bigger schools. And they came in here and they got after each other. What a football game. Place goes crazy at the end of the game. Let's keep supporting Bozeman. If they got another home game here, we got to be out there and pack out that stadium. Great job.
They're home until the state championship game if they keep winning.
Well, here we go. Holmes County Chipley. I was kind of surprised at this one. Holmes County put it on Chipley. Were you shocked at that one? I thought it'd be a lot better, a lot tougher football game.
I thought it would be closer as well.
I did too.
Yeah. So, there's a rematch now. Bozeman with Holmes County. They beat them earlier in the season.
It's going to be a great one, baby.
Points.
Get out there. They'll bring a lot of people. That stadium will be completely packed out. Holmes County, 27, Chipley, 7. I thought it'd be a lot more competitive game than that. Great job by Holmes County. Hard to beat them people there. They got a good football team. And then Bill, I had Bill winning. They let it slip away. Bluntstown gets it done again, 7-6. What about your Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks?
There you go.
Woo, they put it on them, 49-14?
Yeah.
Good job. Keep on going,
so
Tiger Sharks.
Now it's Bozeman and Port St. Joe this
Give us some
Friday.
What else you got? Go ahead.
So you got Bozeman and Holmes County lined up at 7:30. This is at Bozeman for those listening.
Go Bucks, baby. Go Bucks.
People need to come out and watch this team. It's a
I saw your beautiful
team.
face there.
Oh, man. It was a great atmosphere. A lot of big plays in this game.
Who was that guy you took a picture with? Y'all were at the stadium.
Oh, that's our trainer. That's Zach. That's Bozeman's trainer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Zach.
Yeah, Zach does a great job out there. Yeah. So anyway, so you got Bozeman and Holmes County, and you've got Bluntstown playing Port St. Joe, and then in the other part of the state in this one rural classification, you've got Union County at Madison County, and then you've got the big dogs here, Hawthorne and Williston. This is at Williston. Hawthorne, I think, is, if I remember this right, is the defending state
I think you're right. I think so.
I hope I've got that right. But anyway, that's the 1R bracket that Bozeman is in. And so the winners of these games puts them in the Final Four. And Obviously, it'll be the state semifinals, and then the championship game is supposed to be in Tallahassee. But I encourage everyone to come out to the Bozeman game this Friday night.
I'll tell you what, they're making history. 11 wins, that's the most they've ever had. They got that program going. Jeff Patton's got that athletic department rolling. Of course, he's the baseball coach. They're a state powerhouse, no doubt about that. Basketball's been pretty good recently. Football now is on top. That's the best football program in Bay County right now.
Yeah.
The best.
And I'll tell you, I watched Jason Griffin make some very good calls during this game.
He does more with less than anybody out there.
Yeah, he made some great calls during that game. So anyway, it's great. It's going to be a great ball game to watch Bozeman and Holmes County, the rematch.
All right, we had mentioned earlier, Chad, that Arkansas has decided to keep Sam Pittman. The AD did let him know that he would be back next year. Overall record at Arkansas, 22-24, 11-22 in the SEC play. This year they're only 4-7, 3-3 in SEC play. I like Sam Pittman. I'm glad he gets another opportunity. Next year is going to be tough on the Razorbacks because the schedule's even brutal. It's brutal next year. Ohio State at Michigan. Both teams are 11-0. Both teams are 8-0 in conference. The game we all been waiting for. 11 o'clock Fox. You can watch it down at Cajun Place or one of our great sponsors. All these great sponsors we have. Ohio State.
Who you got on this game?
Ohio State beat Minnesota last week, 37-3. Maryland almost pulled off the shocker, man. They fumbled the ball. I think it was a fumble. And Michigan gets a quick, easy score. You take that away, they're locked up. They're tied up, and that game's going into overtime. But that turnover cost them. But they did win 31-24. That sets up this huge, huge football game. The TV ratings are going to be out of sight for the Michigan-Ohio State football game.
I think Michigan's at a disadvantage.
Michigan was a 17.5-point favorite. Not anymore. They're not that way anymore.
Yeah, because they can't steal signs anymore. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's what I was wondering. How did it drop? How did it drop so quick? Yeah,
they can't steal signs anymore.
Listen, I seriously, not kidding at all. Michigan Eddie, love him. He is having some serious health issues right now. He's been in the hospital for a long time.
We love you, Eddie.
Bless him.
So that's the reason he hadn't been calling in. Hopefully he can text in and stuff like that. Y'all please keep him in your prayers. Hope to God he'll be okay. Great man, and I know he's looking forward to watching this football game. He looks forward to it every year. But right now, his drop from now, it's only a 3.5-point favorite by Michigan. The over and under is 47.5. Chad, I want you to think about it for a second. Think about this. What do you think happens? 47.5. Do you think it's a low-scoring game? Do you think they go over or under?
Oh, it's hard to know. I don't know. I mean, I can't. I've had a hard time predicting college football this year anyway. I think I would lean towards a little more high scoring. I think they're going to all be amped up. They're going to be charged up to make something happen. I think both teams are going to score more points than we think.
Yeah. So you think it goes over 47?
I think it'll go over.
Well, I will say this now. Both defense are leading the nation for his points given up per game. Both are under 10 points a game. It could be a defensive battle. I don't know what the weather's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty nice. I think it's going to be a clear day. It'll be cold. I don't know.
We'll see.
I say I'm going to go. You say over. I say under.
There you go.
What do you say, Wildcat? Over, under. 47.5. Under. You listen to the man. He knows. He knows who his daddy is. Good job. Anyway, I like that. Kickoff's 11 o'clock. You know the Michigan leads the all-time series against Ohio State? I didn't know this. They've beaten them 60 times. They've lost 51, and they've been 6 ties. Syracuse have fired their head football coach. Barber's gone after 8 years. So the ACC, they get rid of you. In the SEC, they let you stay. Let's go to some of these college football scores. Number 3, Michigan. I just talked about them. They beat Maryland 31-24 in a competitive football game. Good job, Maryland. Number 8, Alabama 66, Chattanooga 10. Number 10, Louisville. There's Cardinals are for real, buddy. They're 10th place team in the country. They win 38-31 at Miami.
Now, was this an impressive win?
I thought it was.
I didn't think it was. I thought Miami was handing it to them.
Who won the game?
Who won the game? Most of that game, Miami was taking it to them.
Hey, Wildcat, if you get how do you get taken to you when you lose 38-31? What is the deal with this?
That's only one touchdown. That's one score.
What about Michigan and Louisville? I mean, Michigan and Maryland.
When it's a really good game, he's going, oh, man, what a good game, what a good game. But then when it comes down to it, it's like, who cares about what a good game it was and how this one, scores went back and forth.
Are you helping him or helping me?
I'm helping Chad.
Oh, my.
He's the doctor.
All right, take back all those nice things I said. No, but you just get through saying this.
I mean, it was 31-31 in the fourth quarter.
All right.
31-31 in the fourth quarter.
You didn't say the Michigan-Maryland game was good, and it was 31-24. Maryland could have won that game.
And
could have, would have, should have.
Miami had more yardage. They didn't have as
Cardinals,
many first
baby.
downs.
Cardinals.
And the time of possession was about the same.
I think their record's 10-1.
I mean, well, that's right. They pulled it out. Don't get me wrong.
They're 10-1. What's Miami's record?
But listen, Miami was giving them everything they could have.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I watched this game.
Thank you, Chad. All right, I think, what number are they? 11, 13, whatever it is. Arizona, 42. Utah. Oh, those Utah so good. Utah, 18. Arizona, 42. Number 22 ranked. Utah, 18. They shouldn't be ranked in the top 25. Georgia, number 1. They dog beat Tennessee. You know what that means?
Now, that was a good win.
Do y'all know what dog meat means?
that
dog meat?
Dog beat. They dog beat the ball.
With a switch.
Yeah. Breaking news, Smokey has transferred out again. Anyway, Georgia 38, Tennessee Volunteers 10. That was ugly. Man, Georgia's for real. Georgia is for real.
They are.
UCLA 38, USC. What did you say about Lincoln Riley? What have you always said about Lincoln Riley?
He doesn't have a defense.
You're right.
Yeah,
38-20, UCLA puts it on them. That's my most disappointing team.
And that was a fun game to watch.
I thought Southern Cal was going to be for real. I did. I'm golly. Clemson. I picked Clemson to win.
So wait, say it. So all off season, you were wrong.
I was wrong. I was really wrong.
Wait, I got that on tape.
All of off season 2023, he was wrong. I kept telling him about Lincoln Riley. He wouldn't listen to me.
You told me. You told me the whole time, his whole career. I'm with you now.
That one's going in the next promo, Doc.
Awesome.
All right. What about Clemson? I love Matt Brown, play for him, but Dabo got it done, man. Dabo 31. In North Carolina.
Clemson's a better team than people think.
Let's take this break before he gets all mad at me. I got to take a break. And why are you bad-mouthing Louisville? I mean, that's my...
I wasn't bad-mouthing Louisville.
I got one of my former players as the coach there.
I was just stating the facts. The facts were that
Mark Ivy.
They had their hands full with Miami.
Mark's listening right now. I said he loves us, as far as you know. All right, so with some of our great people. We got so many of you, and we love every one of our sponsors. You know, one of these really sweethearted, great doctors around here, Dr. Ward, he does an incredible job. He really cares about my feelings.
You're sweet on him?
He's sweet on me, too. We're sweet on each other.
Get more Novocaine next time it goes in there.
Yeah. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. So make sure you go to one of these offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida, all of Northwest Florida. There's offices everywhere. Go see the legendary doctor, Dr. Ward. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. 5 minutes can save your life. There's no doubt about that. And the other legend right here with us today, Dr. Chad Mitchell. Chad, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344. You can also look me up by going to chadmitchellmd.com.
And after you're through with Chad, treat yourself. Get on the Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Have a wonderful time. Pat does a great job down there. Lunch specials Monday through Friday. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. And after that, get down to Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make it happen for you. He's got a store now on 23rd Street. And, of course, the one he's always had on Pier Park. The guy's incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Jason will be here with us tomorrow. He better be. Rudy's Barbecue on Bad Beach Road. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, your home for Mike Greenberg.
I think it is a very reasonable assumption that there will be more and significant discipline that will take place involving Harbaugh and involving the program. I think Harbaugh goes to the NFL if that opportunity exists next year, but I believe we are seeing the end of Harbaugh one way or the other at Michigan.
Greeny. Weekdays on ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly clear skies and a high of 75 with a moderate breeze out of the southeast around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning but otherwise moderate rain and a temperature near 76. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
At Brock Lawn and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Chad wrote that back in 1964.
I wish.
That's kind of a spooky song, isn't it? It's kind of
like
spooky.
it.
I think he played he played the piano on that song.
Yeah, Chad's good. Chad's got a lot of ability, man. I'm telling you, very, very talented young man. All right, let's talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes. Got a big game this weekend. Ohio State Buckeyes, number 2 team in the country, 37, Minnesota 3. And then you had number 6, Oregon, 49. Arizona State, 13. Bo Nix threw for 6 touchdown passes in that ball game. Number 4, Florida State, and they better stay in the top 4. Number 4, Florida State, 58. North Alabama, 18. And we all know what happened to the quarterback, bless his heart. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers also. Number 21, Kansas State, 31. Number 25, Kansas, 27. Number 5, Washington. This team is unbeatable. This is the best football team in the history of college football. They should be ranked over Florida State and everybody. They should be ranked over Georgia. Yeah, I said it. Washington, 22. Oregon State, come on, guys, 20. 22-20. You know what happened? You know why this game didn't go in overtime? Washington blocked the PAT. Okay, point extra attempt. They blocked it, ran back, got 2 points. That's the reason the game didn't go into overtime, right there. One mistake cost them. Number 7, Texas Longhorns, 26. Iowa State, 16. Whew. LSU head football coach is promoting their quarterback to win the Heisman. I am too. He should do it. I think the first 8 series, he scored touchdowns. All right, Chad, I got a question for you real quick. We got to get going. Jimbo Fisher, if you're Jimbo, and you had an opportunity to go to Michigan State, their job's open, or UCLA, I'm not sure that's open yet, or Mississippi State. Would you take one of those 3 schools, or Wildcat, what do you think? Or do you sit out a year and just relax and enjoy your $78 million?
I would sit out a year.
All right. So you don't want anything to do with Michigan State.
I would call Nick Saban and say, hey, can I be an analyst for a year?
That ain't happening.
I know it ain't happening. I know it, but I'm just saying that's what I would do. I know Jimbo Fisher can't do that. Yeah. If it were me, I would say, hey, Saban, can I be your analyst for this
one time I think Miss Terry would say, Nick, you ain't doing that. What do you think, Wildcat? If you're Jimbo Fisher.
Take the money and run.
No coaching. Sit out a year.
I'm surprised you didn't play that song.
Okay. Yeah, really.
Coming up next.
All right, so everybody's saying Jimbo Fisher, sit home, don't coach. Don't go to Michigan State. Don't go to UCLA. And definitely don't go to Mississippi State. All right, SEC play. Here's what happened to SEC this week. We just talked about it. Alabama 66, Chattanooga 10. Mississippi State Bulldogs, and I lost this. I called for an upset. I figured the head coach just got fired. Maybe they don't show up and play.
No, sometimes they rally.
Southern Mississippi just doesn't have any players.
No.
They get beat 41
It's been that way a while.
Thank you, Chad. Mississippi State Bulldogs, they tore up my Eagles 41-20. Ole Miss Rebels, they beat Monroe 35-3. Great job by Lane Kiffin this year. We got to give him credit.
Yeah.
Okay, they could wind up going 10-2. They got now their game play. This ESPN played in Starkville this Thursday night. I believe it's a 6:30 kickoff. It might be 6:30. I'll give it to you in a second. So that'll be a good game to watch after you eat all that food. Chad, what time are we having dinner? What time are you going to be over there? I haven't got the invitation yet, so I will be at your house Thursday.
There's a reason for that, John.
It's in the mail.
John,
It's in the mail, yeah.
I'm going to show up. I know I'm going to show up one way or the other. I'll be there. I want that.
We know he will.
I want that pecan pie. All right. New Mexico State pulls off the shocker. I mean, this was a shocker. 31-10 beating my Auburn Tigers. Arkansas, great job. Sam Pittman gets a win 44-20 over FIU. Missouri in a really good competitive football. This is one of the best games played this past weekend. Missouri 33. The Florida Gators played their hearts out.
Florida had the momentum in the fourth quarter.
They had their heart ripped out of them.
They had the momentum in the fourth quarter.
4th and 17, and we let them get a first down. They kept it. Come on, defense coordinator. 33, Florida Gators 31. South Carolina beats Kentucky. Never, ever again am I going to go for the Wildcats. South Carolina, and Jim Brandt did the same. Jim and I both I think Jason picked South Carolina, I think.
For some reason, South Carolina, these last couple of years, they're always a lot better at the end of the season.
Listen, they got to beat Clemson. This is on the SEC Network. They got to beat Clemson to get bowl eligible. If they win that ball game, they're going to a bowl game. Good luck with that.
That might be a good game.
That's going to be a good game. I think it will be.
A good game to watch.
They're hungry. Gamecocks are hungry.
I'm hungry, too. I like to have a donut right now. South Carolina 17, Kentucky 14. LSU fighting Tigers over Georgia State 56-14. Now, here's your lineup for this weekend. All the games, station and time, okay? You got Ole Miss Rebels are sitting at 9-2. They're 5-2 in the SEC. They're at Mississippi State this Thursday, Thanksgiving. That's what I said. This Thursday, Thanksgiving. Mississippi State's 5-6, 1-6 in the SEC. Kickoff time is at 6:30. Chad, if Mississippi State shocks the great people of Mississippi and wins, they're bowl eligible.
Awesome.
If they don't, they stay at home. That's going to be a good one. 6:30 ESPN. Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock on CBS, you have Missouri at 9-2, 5-2 in the SEC, at Arkansas, 4-7, 1-6, 3
These
o'clock.
teams, they don't like each other.
3 o'clock kickoff, CBS. Who do you like? I like Missouri.
I like Missouri. I've been liking Missouri all year.
Yeah, I like them too. They're nice people. All right, Saturday, here's what's going on Saturday. 11 o'clock kickoff, 6-5, Kentucky, 6-5. 2-5 in the SEC. They're at the Cardinals. They're at Louisville. They're 10-1. They're 7-1. Kickoff time, 11 o'clock ABC. I got the Cardinals winning big.
No, Kentucky takes it, slams it to the Cardinals, beats them to death, drags them across the grid line, smashes them.
How
up.
much money you got in that back pocket? I bet you. I'm going to bring my mortgage paper in.
I got my month.
Who you like?
I got a month's salary.
Man,
right here,
after
Coach.
watching Louisville play Miami
$1.
and then knowing Miami, Kentucky, how are they playing? This one's going to be tough.
Give me somebody who's got some football knowledge.
This one's going to be tough.
Yes.
That's how about
That bourbon.
Kentucky's going to.
He got that Kentucky bourbon in there.
Let me tell you something. Jeff Brom is a former Louisville Cardinal, and he is not going to allow Kentucky to come into our house and beat us. So it's Louisville by a big score.
Big.
Oh, yeah.
Like they beat
I'm
Miami.
talking about like 42-10.
There you go.
No.
What do you think, Chad?
No, it's going to be really close because they couldn't even put Miami away.
No, you're wrong. Louisville, I watched them.
Kentucky couldn't even put Tennessee away.
Go back
At home.
Go back
Mark
and do
Ivy's
some
gonna have the
paperwork
defense
somewhere. Go do some paperwork.
Go Cards.
Go do some paperwork.
All right, Texas A&M at LSU. This is going to be a game. I think it's going to be a pretty competitive football game, as far as you know. LSU is 8-3. They're 5-2 overall in the SEC. We all know that Texas A&M has struggled. And I didn't write the record down. So anyway, 11 o'clock kickoff on ESPN. So we're going to be down at the Cajun Place watching all these football games. Then at 2:30 on CBS, you got 10-1 and 7-0 in the SEC, Alabama at Auburn, 6-5, 3-4, CBS 2:30.
War Eagle, baby.
I just said he knew football too. We're going to go? What happened? We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is already your home for the most live and local sports talk. And now we're taking...
Oh, he got all of that one.
The Inside Drive. Ryan Mulvey, middays, 11 to 1 inside the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. The latest reactions to the biggest stories happening right now. Plus, interviews, sports betting, and your calls.
You got to be pleased with that.
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly clear skies and a high of 75 with a moderate breeze out of the southeast around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning but otherwise moderate rain and a temperature near 76. This forecast is brought to you